Let me ask you a question. Why are you working so hard? Is it so you can retire at 65, trade your suit for a Hawaiian shirt, and finally start enjoying life when your knees barely work and your energy is gone? This is what Tim Ferriss calls the deferred life plan. It's the idea that you should sacrifice the best years of your life sitting in a cubicle, saving money for a retirement that isn't guaranteed. But what if you didn't have to wait? What if you could have the time, the money, and the mobility to live like a millionaire now without actually having $1 million in the bank? Welcome to Read in Minutes. Today, we are breaking down the manifesto that changed the way a generation thinks about work, the 4-hour work week. Tim Ferriss doesn't want you to work harder. He wants you to work smarter. He breaks the escape plan down into an acronym: DEAL. Definition, elimination, automation, and liberation. Lesson number 1. Define the new rich. Most people think wealth is just a big number in a bank account. That is old rich. The new rich, or NR, realize that wealth isn't just money. It is a combination of 3 things: money, time, and mobility. Let's look at 2 people. Person A makes $100,000 a year, but works 80 hours a week and lives in an expensive city where they can't leave. Person B makes $50,000 a year, but works 10 hours a week and works from a laptop in Bali. In the old world, person A is richer. But in the new world, person B is the king. They have higher relative income. They earn more per hour of work and have total freedom. Stop chasing absolute numbers. Start chasing freedom. Lesson number 2. Elimination. Once you define what you want, you need to clear the path. Most of us are drowning in busy work. We feel productive because we are moving fast, but we aren't actually going anywhere. Ferriss relies heavily on the Pareto Principle, or the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. 80% of your happiness comes from 20% of your friends. 80% of your income comes from 20% of your clients. The goal is to ruthlessly eliminate the 80% of things that waste your time. Ferriss also suggests a low-information diet. Stop watching the news. Stop reading every email the second it comes in. If it's important, the world will find a way to tell you. If you free up your brain space, you free up your life. Lesson number 3. Automation. This is the holy grail. You can't work 4 hours a week if you are trading time for money. You need a vehicle to generate cash while you sleep. Ferriss calls this a muse. A muse is a small automated business designed to fund your lifestyle. It's not a startup. You aren't trying to be the next Facebook. You're trying to sell a product that ships itself. Maybe it's a drop shipping store. Maybe it's a digital course. Maybe it's software. The goal is to remove yourself from the equation. This also means outsourcing. You can hire virtual assistants, VAs, from overseas for $5 to $10 an hour to handle your emails, your scheduling, and your research. If your time is worth $50 an hour and you spend an hour doing a $10 task, you are losing money. Lesson number 4. Liberation. So, you've eliminated the junk, automated your income, and now you have free time. What do? The old rich save up for one giant retirement at the end of life. The new rich take mini retirements. Instead of a 30-year career followed by a 20-year rest, why not take 1 month off every year to live in Argentina? Or 6 months off to learn kickboxing in Thailand? When you realize you don't need to be in an office to make money, the world becomes your office. You don't quit life, you redistribute your retirement throughout your life. Finally, lesson number 5. Fear setting. What stops people from doing this? It isn't lack of money. It's fear. We are wired to fear the unknown. We think, if I quit my job, I'll be homeless and starve. Ferriss suggests an exercise called fear setting. Write down your absolute worst-case scenario. Be specific. If you tried to start a business and failed, what would happen? You'd lose a few $1,000s? You'd have to crash on a friend's couch? You'd have to get another job? Usually, the worst-case scenario isn't death. It's just a temporary discomfort. But the best-case scenario? It's total freedom. The risk of staying unhappy is much higher than the risk of trying something new. The 4-hour work week is extreme. You might not get down to 4 hours immediately, but the philosophy is powerful. Life is not a dress rehearsal. You don't need to wait until you are 65 to live. You just need the courage to design your life differently. So, here is my challenge to you. What is the one task you do every day that brings you zero value? What would happen if you just stopped doing it? If you want to join the new rich, start by hitting that subscribe button. We are building a community of people who read more, learn faster, and live better. Thanks for watching Read in Minutes, and I'll see you in the next video.